This is the very incident because of which thorns branches were laid out in front of my house. After those thorns pierced my feet, I started having problems. One day, two people came to me with a problem. One of them was named Rihan. He told me that his marriage had been fixed with a girl, but some kind of jinn has influence over her. The jinn, or the people associated with it, was not allowing the marriage to happen in any way. They were even showing her fear. He showed me a portion on upper side of her left hand. There were many burn-like marks there, about 12 to 13 inches long. He told me that 3 nights ago, those jinns had tried to strangle her to death. Somehow, she survived. I told him, then why do you need to marry her? There is a problem. She is under attack. There is a danger to her life. So for now, stay away without marrying. Later, become well first, then you can marry later if you want. The man standing beside him then said, "We have tried many things, but we cannot free our daughter from their hands." He introduced himself as the girl's father. I asked him, "What is the problem?" The girl's father told me, "You should hear everything from her mother. Her mother has seen everything from the beginning." I did not want to go with them at the time. At night, Rian called me and let me hear what the girl was saying. She was speaking in such a language that I know very well. It was the language of jinns. She was saying from the 11th one word. First, she would kill this boy, that is, Rihan. Then, the girl's mother. And then she would kill the girl herself. Since they did not know that language, they could not understand what she said. Right then, I realized this was a very big problem. I told Rihan, "For now, do not disturb the girl. I will come tomorrow." At night, I told Amir Sahib that in your house, the girl was speaking in a language and saying whom she would kill, in what order, and when. Amir Sahib told me, "Go and see once. Don't get into any more trouble." The next afternoon, I went there and wanted to talk to the girl. The girl's mother's name was Shanta and the girl's name was Ravani. Shanta told me that the beginning of this problem was around 1980. The girl's mother had two sisters. One was Shanta and the elder one was named Iti. At the time, Iti was 14 or 15 years old. Since they were close in age, the two sisters used to spend time together. At one point, Shanta, Shravani's mother, started noticing that at night her elder sister was whispering and talking to someone, giggling lightly as she was telling stories to someone. Iti would talk like this late into the night. When Shanta asked her, "What are you doing?" she would pretended to be asleep and not say anything. One night, Shanta got annoyed and asked, "Why aren't you sleeping? Why are you making so much noise? Tomorrow I will tell mom and you keep chattering at night. Saying this, she turned to the other side and lay down. Suddenly, in the middle of the night, her sleep broke. She saw her elder sister standing with her hair open, legs raised slightly, hands full, standing beside her. She came out of the room screaming. Her parents' room was nearby. Because of the commotion, everyone woke up. Shanta told everyone what she had seen. When they went to their room, they saw Iti was still sleeping. Despite all the noise, her sleep hadn't broken. Everyone called her. She sat up but couldn't say what had happened. Meanwhile, Shanta told her mother, father, and grandmother that Iti talks to someone at night. The next day, instead of her sister, her grandmother stayed with Iti. Her only purpose was to see whom Iti was talking to, because in those days, if there was any love affair or similar matter, it would not be accepted. Iti's grandmother was lying down but stayed awake without letting it show. From the light of the outside lamp coming through the window, everything could be seen clearly. When it became quite late and she was feeling a bit sleepy, she saw a bird enter their room through the window. As soon as the bird landed on the floor, it transformed into a human form. Seeing this, Iti's grandmother became extremely frightened at once. The being sat beside Iti's bed. When Iti's grandmother was about to recite prayers, out of fear, that being floated and came right in front of her and stood there. The being stayed in the same position, bowed its head and kept looking at Iti's grandmother. Its face was black and dry. The two corners of its lips were like burning coals. Because I see myself, have seen it. Seeing that face, Iti's grandmother fainted right there. In the late morning, her sleep broke. In the afternoon, she called Iti, Shanta's mother and father, and openly told them what she had seen at night. She said the girl must be married because she was grown up, and now an evil eye has fallen on her. If this becomes known, it will no longer be possible to marry her. But Iti's mother could not believe her words, so she herself started staying with her daughters. For 2 to 3 days, nothing happened. In between, one afternoon, the groom's side came to see Iti, and right then they fixed the wedding date for 3 days later. Everyone was very happy, but Iti was not happy. She could not accept that her marriage had suddenly been fixed without her consent. So she blamed everything on her grandmother. That because of her grandmother, her marriage was being arranged against her will. Actually, they did not know what was about to happen to them. The day the groom's side came, saw Iti and fixed the wedding date, Iti lay down without eating anything that day because shopping for her wedding had to be done. Her father was not at home that day. At night, Iti's mother's sleep broke. She saw Iti standing in a terrifying way with her hair covering her face. At first, she was scared, but then she said, "Iti, go to sleep. Why are you standing? Without saying anything, Edith left the room and went to her grandmother's room. She was about to get up, not understanding anything, when she saw that suddenly a dark, black-faced being had come through the wall and grabbed her grandmother up to the knees. It held her hair and started banging her head against the wall. Now her sleep truly broke. Until then she had been seeing it in a dream. She got up without remembering anything and sat to go to the bathroom. For some reason, she went to her mother-in-law's room. Standing at the door, she saw many shadowy figures in black cloaks surrounding her mother-in-law. One of them had something in his hand. With one hand, he was choking her mother-in-law's throat, and with the other hand, he was shaking a shining object. In fear, she said, "Mom," aloud. At that time, her eyes met the being's eyes. In terror, she ran to her daughter's room, locked the gate, hugged her daughters, lay down, and started reciting prayers. Meanwhile, the gate was being pushed repeatedly. A female voice was asking to open the gate, but she did not open it. In this way, she eventually fell asleep. In the morning, as soon as she woke up, she first went to her mother-in-law's room and saw that her mother-in-law was perfectly fine and sitting on the prayer mat counting tasbih. When she told her about the night, her mother-in-law said, "Now it seems the evil eye has fallen on you along with the girl. Go to the hujur, get blessed water, drink it yourself and make the girl drink it too. May the wedding happen today. May the wedding happen well." On the eve of the wedding, right after Maghrib, a strange, heavy atmosphere spread throughout her entire house. They lived in a village but near the district headquarters. The family was holding a small ceremony, but no one felt any peace inside. Edith's mother felt as if right now a storm would come and destroy everything. Even though the Isaac lamp was burning, it felt like some dark power was sucking the light. Edith was crying continuously. At night, everyone went to sleep. In the middle of the night, the grandmother's screams and cries woke Edith's mother and father. Both of them went to that room and saw a hellish massacre ritual taking place. In the dim light of the hurricane lamp, they saw many women in the black cloaks dancing in joy, and one of them holding the grandmother's hair and banging her head against the wall repeatedly. At that moment, a woman in burqa pushed Edith's father hard by the head and threw him down. She started saying something to Edith's mother while screaming, but because of the pressure, she lost consciousness. In the morning, the daughter's cries woke them right in front of the grandmother's room. As soon as they woke and moved aside, they brought nearby relatives. Edith's grandmother's body was on the bed. Everyone came and saw she was dead, but whatever frenzy had happened inside the room at night, that was not even a mark on her body. Because Edith's grandmother died, the wedding date was postponed.